For 2 summer transfer windows and 2 winter transfer windows, Arsenal have been chasing in for Cody Gakpo, and they've been a team that has been monitoring him for a very, very long time until now, when he has really become a reason at the World Cup. With 2 games played for Netherlands, he has scored a goal in each game, and obviously that is Cody Gakpo firing in goals for fun. And it says that however much rumors are outside there that has agreed personal terms or has agreed a deal in principle with Manchester United to join them in January, stories still link Arsenal to Cody Gakpo, that Arsenal are 100% interested in him and they are monitoring him. I'm going to bring you that story in full detail. Then today, it's obviously Brazil versus Switzerland, one of the big games that we are going to see. And guess who are really involved? 2 or 3 Arsenal players are involved in this game of football. Switzerland being captained by a team which goes by the names of Switzerland is being captained by a team which goes by the Switzerland is being captained by Xhaka, and obviously Brazil has Martinelli and Jesus. All these Arsenal players, obviously the vice captain of Arsenal and captain of Switzerland, Xhaka, has lots of things said as these two are really going to go on and meet. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. Smash this subscription button and hit the notification bell. That will help us continue getting subscribers, because the last time I checked, we are left with like 50 subscribers to hit 8,000 subscribers on this channel. So allow us enter what we call the 80,000 subscriber family by the end of today. And if I'm meaning today, I'm meaning the 28th of November. Not so? So let's get into this. Rokani David is my name, and let's get into this story as it's being brought to us by a source coming in from France and Netherlands. Now, we are having Sebastian Dennis telling us that Arsenal continue to monitor Cody Gakpo but have reduced their interest, while Manchester United have made Cody Gakpo their priority in the winter window and will pay the 60 million euros want for the player. Now, as things are really happening in for a team which goes by the names of Arsenal, they're really looking in for very many other players to come on and really do the needful to let it known to the world that they want to go on and win the Premier League. One of the players that Arsenal have been monitoring for a very, very long time is Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo is a player that we've seen at the helm of the Eredivisie for now 2-3 years. From the age of 20, he has been a reason as to why very many players have always come in through and really talked about the managers, and he has been scouted by very many people around the world. Cody Gakpo is really a very good player that lets it into the transfer window that Arsenal is interested in about. 23 years of age, very much firing in. United are taking over Arsenal, but Arsenal still monitoring the player, though it is rumored that terms have been agreed with Manchester United and the player wants to join Manchester United. We've again been told by Sebastian Dennis, known as Seb Nonda, that United have overtaken Arsenal in the race to sign Cody Gakpo. The PSG winger is United's priority in the January transfer window. Now, when you hear that, it is really itching. It's like a thorn in the skin of Arsenal fans. But I cannot come out and guarantee you that Cody Gakpo is going to Manchester United or Arsenal. What I can tell you is, let's wait and see how the ongoings really, or the proceedings, come out after the World Cup. Reason being, Cody Gakpo is a very good player and you never know which team is going to take him. However much we know that in the summer, United had agreed personal terms with Cody Gakpo, and what failed this deal was the amount of money that Ajax put onto the head of Anthony. 85 million pounds or 100 million euros was the amount of money that was called for a team which goes by the names of Ajax. And when United paid that money, they never had the financial muscle to spend more 50 million euros on a player coming in from Ajax. And even Cody Gakpo came out and really told the media that I talked to Erik ten Hag, I talked to the hierarchy of Manchester United, we had agreed everything, personal terms had been agreed, but because Anthony went to United on a lot of money. Obviously, that made that deal difficult for me to cross the side. So that can give Arsenal a reason to go on and convince Cody Gakpo to go in and sign him. Secondly, the other huge block for this deal of Cody Gakpo to come in and join Arsenal is all about the agency that manages Cody Gakpo is the same agency that manages Erik ten Hag, meaning that there is a bond between those two that cannot allow this player go to Arsenal. So that's another hinge that is into this transfer. But let's wait and see what is going to happen, because we've seen very many players not playing for managers. They are being managed by the same agent. So Cody Gakpo is really one of those players that Arsenal is monitoring, and let's keep our tabs onto him and see what is going to happen. Now, we've been told by The Athletic the rumors of Cody Gakpo joining Arsenal or Manchester United. Cody Gakpo today, while in the press conference, as he prepares for the game they're going to play on Tuesday against Qatar, he has said, "I don't get shy about rumors, but it's team sport. It's not about one person. It's nice things that people write, but I'm not too concerned with that. I'm not surprised. I know what I am capable of." The Athletic has gone ahead to really let us know about this story coming in from what we call Cody Gakpo himself, because a story was dropped yesterday that Manchester United have agreed a deal in principle with Cody Gakpo, but Cody Gakpo has said, "I'm green about it and there is nothing I know about it." So even if he knows that personal terms have been agreed and he has agreed to join Manchester United or Arsenal in January, he cannot come out and confirm it until everything is accomplished, done and dusted in the winter transfer window. He's so much focused on the World Cup, and let's wait and see what is going to happen about this guy. Now, Jacobs Ben has gone ahead to let us know about why Cody Gakpo is one of the most admired players by top-most world teams. He's telling us that Cody Gakpo has been directly involved in 34 goals in 28 matches for club and country this season. He's scored 16 and assisted 18. His family on the ladder of Manchester United, Liverpool and Arsenal. Now, when you hear transfer experts like Jacobs Ben coming out and really letting you know the truth of what this boy is all about and who is interested, you have to pay a keen ear. Your ear has to be vivid. Why? United, Liverpool and Arsenal, meaning that this guy is coming to the Premier League. And however much United look like they are bit more steps ahead of Arsenal, the tide can change anytime from now. Transfers, the tide can change. I remember one of the weirdest transfers I've ever seen is that of Robinho. Robinho was playing at Real Madrid and he left Real Madrid knowing that he's going to Chelsea. And by the time he left Real Madrid, he had made an interview saying that Chelsea is my dream team to go on and play with. Now, as they are flying to London, guess a phone call came in from who? From Shinawatra, by then the owner of Man City, and told the agent that I'm giving you £250,000 a week of salary, a huge sign-on fee, and I'm paying the amount of money that Chelsea is paying to Real Madrid. And you know what? The agent told the pilot that please turn around. We're not going to London. We are going to Manchester. And obviously the plane landed in Manchester, and Robinho, in just 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, he changed from Man City to a side which goes by the name of Man City. So these transfers can change anytime from now. We've seen very many players. Look at Jules Koundé. Last summer of 2021, he had agreed personal terms with Chelsea, but Chelsea didn't want to pay 65 million euros to Sevilla. They wanted to pay 50, and obviously Sevilla said no. This time round, Chelsea were in the comfort zone knowing that they're going to sign Jules Koundé. Guess what happened? Jules Koundé crossed to Barcelona and said, I'm not going to Chelsea. So, however much in the summer of 2022, Manchester United had agreed personal terms and everything with Cody Gakpo, that doesn't rule out Liverpool and Arsenal from coming in and really getting this wonder boy, because he's scoring in goals for fun. He's going to play his third game of the group stage, and I know they are going to go through to the round of 16, and they are playing Qatar. He might bag in some more 2 goals to take his tally to 4, meaning that he would have scored 18 goals in 36 appearances this season, putting him at a level of a goal contribution or a goal involvement per match, that will raise his stake. And you never know, Arteta might change his mind as he did on Mudryk, because they never went in for Mudryk in the summer because they thought £50 million were too much money for him. But now they've decided to go on and sign Mudryk and make him their priority after Mudryk went into the Champions League and orchestrated one of the best performances in the league. In the Champions League, scoring a couple of 4 to 3 goals and obviously putting in some 3 or 4 assists in the 6 games he played. That put him into the right books of a team which goes by the names of Arsenal. So you never know what Cody Gakpo is doing right now at the World Cup might be really causing a lot of questions into the head of Mikel Arteta and Edu, and you never know, Arsenal can break the bank to go on and really sign in the player. One will ask me, where's Rokani? Where's Arsenal going to get the money? Let me tell you, Arsenal was given £200 million to spend. They still have a balance of £80 million after spending close to £120 million in the summer, meaning that they have the 80 left and they can make some sales and also get in more other players that Arsenal really need. Because the deal of Mudryk is simple. Arsenal want to go ahead and really pay £40 million and then put on add-ons of £30 million such that they get in Mudryk. They can do the same thing to Cody Gakpo, and they say we are going to pay £40 million and then we bring you more money afterwards after Cody Gakpo performs well. That is possible, and clip it from me, and obviously Arsenal can craft out something from Cody Gakpo deal, though it's really going to be hard for him to cross to Arsenal because Erik ten Hag is really an admirer of this player ever since he was playing in a team which goes by the names of PSV, when Erik ten Hag was the manager of a team which goes by the names of Ajax. And Cody Gakpo, every time he came across Ajax, he penalized them and he showed Erik ten Hag that I'm really good and the talent is really great. And Cody Gakpo is really fitting the age bracket of the players that Arsenal want, but let's wait and see what is going to happen in that time when we see Cody Gakpo to either Arsenal or Manchester United. But I believe in January, Cody Gakpo is leaving PSV. The reason is PSV never qualified for the Champions League and they want to balance their books. So in the balance of their books, they want to see to it that they bring in a player. They sell a player who goes on Cody Gakpo to earn them like 50 or 60 million euros and obviously balance up their books well financially. Now, Cody Gakpo aside, let's go to the game being played today. Switzerland versus Brazil. Second last game of the day before Portugal comes into play. A side which goes by the names of Uruguay in a very high contentious game that is going to be played in Qatar. Now, Granit Xhaka, the captain of Switzerland, is going to take on Brazil that has Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. And in his pre-match press conference, he said the following about his fellow teammates that play at the Emirates. He said Brazil have world-class players, big quality, the favorites in the tournament and the favorite in our group, but it is one game, anything can happen. That is what Granit Xhaka went ahead to say. Then Xhaka continued to say that you are not in this rhythm. We're not playing consistently, but you can see with us he's making a difference, and that is why we are where we are at the moment now. That is Granit Xhaka talking about Gabriel Jesus. And now he continued to say the following on Gabriel Jesus, the center forward of Arsenal and Brazil, or the talisman. Now, he said, when you see him every day, he makes a big difference. The guy is unbelievable. First of all, he is lovely. He's a lovely person, very humble, and the quality he has is unbelievable. With Man City, and he was playing and sometimes not playing. Now he comes in at Arsenal and he is really playing. Now, this has really caught my eye. He has told Sun Sport of Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli that, of course, Jesus and Martinelli were worried on facing him at the World Cup. They know me. If I smash you, it will be very hard. Very hard. That's what he's really telling about this game of football. So let's wait and see where this game of football is going to go. Obviously, Brazil are the favorites, but I cannot rule out a team which goes by the name of Switzerland after coming out and shocking a team which goes by the names of France in the Euros by knocking them out at the, I think it was the round of 16 or the quarterfinal. They knocked them out in penalties. Kylian Mbappe missing the penalty to really go home and really know and really leave the tournament. So you never know. Everything can happen in the game of football. But tomorrow it's still going to be Xhaka versus Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. So none of those is expected to start in the game of Brazil. But obviously they'll have a part to play in that game. All right. Your reactions to Arsenal still monitoring Cody Gakpo are welcome in the comment section below. And obviously tell me what you think about, should Arsenal go in for Cody Gakpo or Mudryk? Then secondly, tell me what you think about Xhaka's battle with the team, with his fellow teammates of Brazil. Who do you think is going to win? I believe Brazil is taking the day. Do you think Switzerland can go on and really throw in a shocker to Brazil? All that and more into the comment section below. Remember, Brazil are not having Neymar because Neymar got an ankle injury that got swollen in that game of Serbia. They really went for him hard, fouled him left, right, and center, and he's the most fouled player at the World Cup. In a single game, Neymar was fouled 9 times. It shows you how a threat he was, and he was responsible for the first goal that they went ahead to score against a team which goes by the names of Serbia, that saw Vinicius Jr. going in for a carrying effort that was fisted back into the 6-yard area to find the unmarked Richarlison, and Richarlison hit in the back of the net, and then Richarlison went in for another effort that saw him go for a bicycle kick, one of the goals that we are still talking about till now to win the goals of the tournament. Not so? May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you tomorrow.